It's taken a while for the Vikings to officially introduce Kevin O'Connell as their new head coach, but Minnesota is hoping it's worth the wait. O'Connell, fresh off a Super Bowl win with the Rams, will now look to replicate that success from L.A. to the Twin Cities. He's reached an agreement roughly 2 weeks ago, but couldn't officially take it until after the Rams season had ended. Embarking on his first head coaching job after stints as an assistant with the Browns, 49ers, and now Commanders, where he served as OC in 2019. Under 36 years old in his watch, I should say, the club averaged 372 yards per game, which was ninth in the NFL, and just over 27 points per game, which was tied for seventh. All right, let's bring in our Jason La Canfora to talk about Kevin O'Connell and this Vikings pairing. Jason, if I were to ask you how he's able to make the Vikings a playoff team next year, what would that look like?
Well, I mean, they weren't that far off this year, right? I mean, we've got an expanded, some would say diluted, playoff field. And the NFC is, I mean, you want to talk about up for grabs, or at least as we start talking at the very beginning of this offseason, not a lot of teams that you would look at and say that's a Super Bowl favorite. So that bodes well for him as well. And if Aaron Rodgers does get traded out of that division, then I think a lot of people would look at the Vikings as the most likely team to win the NFC North. So right place, right time has something to do with it. That's a team that has some blue chip talent. Now, they certainly have to congeal. They have to stay more consistent. That's a team that could not finish games but started games quickly. But he has a very different personality, much more people-friendly, much more self-aware than Mike Zimmer was. And the Vikings are banking on some of these gains coming from the term, a new culture, but one that's more player-friendly, that's more receptive to other people's ideas. And if you're looking for somebody who's sort of the diametrically opposed coach to Mike Zimmer, Kevin O'Connell on the offensive side of the ball with his leadership style at age 36 would be the opposite.
At 36 years old, becomes the second youngest head coach in the NFL, only behind his former boss, Sean McVay.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.